Hi guys, it's Caitlin and welcome back to Caitlin's Self-Taught Gymnast, and today I did a split tutorial. If you want to show me your results after 2 weeks, take a before photo and then an after photo. Then you can DM it to me on Twitter or Instagram. But without any further ado, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to take a lunge. In this lunge, make sure that your front knee does not go over your front toe. Otherwise this won't give you the deepest stretch, and try and keep your hips square and push your hips down and your back leg down as close to the ground as possible. You should feel a stretch in your front thigh and your hips. We are going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. If you feel that this isn't stretching you anymore, try and push your hips and back leg closer and closer to the ground throughout the time. Next, you are going to take a runner's lunge. Make sure your front knee does not go over your front toe. Keep your hips square, try and keep your chest up and push your hips and back leg to the ground. We are going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds like we did with the lunge. For a deeper stretch, you can put your elbows on the ground. Next, we are going to do 20 lunge pulses. Each time, try and get your back leg and hips closer to the ground. Make sure your front knee does not go over your front toe. You should feel a stretch in your front thigh. This stretch helps to open up your hips so that you can go deeper down into the splits. So next we are going to go into a straddle. It doesn't matter if your legs are close together or like me. Just remember to keep your chest up and don't slouch. So then you are going to reach over to one side. We are going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. Next, you are going to twist your hips to one side of your straddle and then grab your ankle and try and get your nose to touch your knee. It doesn't matter how far up you are or how far down you go. If you can get your head to your knee, then try and put your elbows on the floor for a deeper stretch. You should feel a stretch in your thighs. We are going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. Next, you are going to lay on your back. You are going to try and bring one of your legs as close to your chest as possible. If you can't grab onto it, don't worry, but if you can, try and grab onto your ankle and pull your leg as close to your chest as possible. Remember to keep your legs straight and don't go over to the side, as this is not giving you the deepest stretch as possible. This should stretch your thighs and your hips. We are going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. Your legs should not be coming off the floor here like mine did. I know you guys might hate me for this one, but the only way to get your splits is to practice them. I held them for a minute in this video, but you don't have to do that. You can hold them for 30 seconds. Remember to keep your front leg straight, as this is going to get you down into the splits quicker. And also, don't twist off to the side, otherwise you will think you're doing it right but you're not, and it will be much easier to do them. So what you want to try and do is you want to try and get your baby toe to touch the floor on your back leg. The next stretch is a middle lunge. Try and push your legs back to open up your hips. This will make going down into splits a lot easier because having open hips makes sure that you can get further down to the ground. Next you are going to do a middle lunge but go to one side with a flat foot. This will help stretch out your hips and open up your hips so that you will drop deeper down into splits. We're going to hold this for 15 seconds. Then you are going to do the exact same stretch but on the other leg. If you don't feel a stretch, then try moving your straddle leg backwards. This will help open your hips further. And next you are going to need a panel mat or some pillows. You are going to go as far into splits as you can. We are going to hold the first one for 30 seconds and then the next one for 15 and so on. This stretch is really helpful as it stretches you further than you think you are stretching. In this you should aim to keep your front leg straight as this will help stretch you further. As you should be in splits, you will be trying to get your baby toe to touch the floor on your back leg. Now it's time to move on to the next panel, 15 seconds this time. Now it's the next panel, 30 seconds. Next panel, 15 seconds. Now it's time for splits. I held these for 1 minute and 30, but you only have to hold them for 30 seconds. If you take your hands off the ground, you will sink further down into splits, but if it really hurts, then you can put your hands back on the ground and you don't have to go as far as you probably could. I'm so proud of you if you got this far into the video. This means you've held your splits twice today. If you follow along to this every day, you should have your splits in no time. Splits just takes practice, and to be honest, all you have to do is hold your splits for like 2 minutes each day and you will get there eventually. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share, and I will see you in the next one. And make sure to DM me your results on Twitter or Instagram. Bye!